Hello my dear friend. So the question is jump game. Okay. So what will be given in this question? In input, a array will be given as num array. Okay. So initially we are at the first index. Okay. Initially we are at this position 2, and each element in the array represent the maximum jump length that to a position. So what this 2 tells us, that you can jump 2 steps. Okay, either you can jump to next step or you can jump to maximum of 2 steps. Suppose this is the array, so from 2 you can come here or here. So if it is 3, so you can make a maximum jump of 3, or you can make a jump of 2 or make a jump of 1. Okay, this is the maximum. So maximum that we can jump tells about the value in the at that particular index. Now our question is, return true if we can reach the last index. Okay, suppose this is the array given to us. If you going to jump from here, so 2 you are going to jump from here, then 1 you are going to come here, then 1, then you are going to reach the last index. It means you need to return true. Okay, I told you that maximum jump is 2. So what can be the other possibility? Okay, let it be like this only. Let me change the pen color. You can jump from here and you can directly jump from here. So this is also another possibility. So here we can return true. We don't have to tell the number of ways, just we have to tell whether we can reach the last index or not. Okay, there might be possibility that 0 comes here. Okay, 0 means if you reach here, you can make the maximum jump of height 0. It means you cannot come this side. Okay, in that type of situation you have to think for the solution. Suppose if the same thing is given, okay, so you came from here to here, then here you are blocked. It means this is not the correct path that we can go for. But if you come from here to here, then you take the jump of 3, then we can reach the last index. It means at that time we need to return true. Okay, so there might be some path that are not always available, but here our ultimate goal is to check whether we can reach the last index or not. Okay, so this is the question. So one thing that click in my mind is, the array is given like this: 2 3 1 1 4. Okay, so first of all we will come at 2. Then what jump we can make? We can make jump, suppose this is the 0th index. Okay, the term in the bracket is the index. This is 3 1 1. Okay, this is first index, this is second index, and this is third index, right? From 2 we can jump till here only. We can either jump to this position or this position. Now from 3 we can jump again to 3 different position, 1 1 and 4. Okay, and then from this position what we can do, we can jump to only one position and then we can jump to this position. So if you are going to see, there is a recursive call and we have to check where we are going to get the whether we are going to reach at the last point or not. Okay, so I think it will be a bit complex thing. So for this we need to think a different way. Okay, so one thing that we can go is the recursive approach, but you have to check for each number. So it will be order of n to the power n. So it will be very difficult for us. So let us try to observe this question in 2 different ways. So first method that we are going to use is kind of greedy approach. Second method is going to be used as a valley approach. Okay, these are the names. I will explain you whole methods. Okay, so first of all let us see what is greedy method. So generally what happens in greedy method is, we try to go for the best solution, or we try to go for the nearest possible solution. Okay, so we have to start from here and then we have to check whether we can reach the last index or not. So instead of starting from first index, let us try to start from the last index. Okay, let us try to start from the last index. So standing here, what I will do, I will check, let's say this is our end point. Now this is our end point. Let us define as our goal point. It will be a better word. This is our goal. Goal is to reach the last index. Now what I will do, I will check a element before, can this element reach here? Yes, one can jump here. Okay, it means now one can come here, it means our goal will be achieved. Okay, so now our goal is, now what we will do, we will shift our goal. Instead of checking for 4, we will check for 1, because ultimately we can reach 4. Okay, so let us reduce one element. So reaching here, what I will do, I will check for one step back and I will see whether I can reach my goal or not. If I see this can jump one time, so I can reach my goal. So what I am going to do, I will remove this element because I can reach my goal. So I will shift my goal now. My goal will be shifted here. Okay, so let's see what is the element before this. Element before this is 3. Okay, so what this 3 tells? 3 tells that it can directly jump from here, it can jump to here, and it can jump to here. If 3 can directly jump to 4, it is good. Okay, but it is well and good, but it is, can it achieve our goal? Yes, it is reaching our goal. So why to take our goal as 1? Let us shift our goal to here. Okay, now again what we will do, we will come to 2 and we will check, are we going to reach this point or not? Can we reach this point? So I told you 2 can jump from here or here. So ultimately if it jump to 1, that is good, but it is satisfying our goal or not? Yes, it is satisfying, so our goal will be at here. So initially our goal was length of string minus 1, length of array minus 1. Eventually our goal has become 0. So if we reach on our first point, it means our goal is achieved, means we can reach the end point. Okay, so let us take one more example, it will give you more clear picture. Let's say here 2 3 1 0 4, right? So what I told you, first of all we need to set our goal. So this is our goal. What I will do, I will check, can 0 fulfill our goal? No, I told you 0 means maximum steps that we can jump from this position. So 0 is not going to fill our form. So our goal will not goal will not be shifted. So what we were doing, first of all we were checking, first of all our goal was this, we came to 1 and checked whether we can reach our goal or not. If we can reach our goal, then we reduced our goal to here. So here if we cannot reach our goal from this position, so we are not going to shift our goal, goal will be here. Now I will check for this. Okay, 1. Okay, so okay, 1, right? So I need to check, can this 1 reach our goal? So 1 can jump to this position. Okay, 1 will not help us to reach our goal. It means if 1 is not able to reach our goal, so we are not going to change the position of our goal. It means this element is also checked. Okay, so if we started traversing from the reverse of the array, second last element of the array. So first we checked for this, we checked for this. Now we will check for 3. Can this 3 reach our goal? Yes, 3 can come to this position, it can come to this position, and it can come to this position. It means 3 will help us to achieve our goal. So now instead of checking at 4, we are going to shift our goal to this position. What I told you, we will shift our goal if the previous elements, one of the previous element will fulfill the requirement. Now let us check, let us come at 2. Where this 2 can jump, it can jump here, it can jump here, right? So we are sure that if it can achieve our goal, it means goal will be shifted here. Now goal is shifted one step again backward. So our goal is here now. Okay, so I told you if goal equals to 0, 0 is the index. This is 0th index, first, second, third, fourth. So initially goal was at our 4th index, but ultimately goal reached our starting point. It means we can achieve our goal. Okay, so if we think of the problem again, so how we are going to reach at the end point? So this 2 can jump from here and here. So if you will jump from 1, you will reach to 0, dead end. We can say this as dead end. But from 3, you can directly jump on the 4. So you are going to reach the last element, so we are need to return true. So ultimately what we have done, we have started the traversing from the second last element, and then we have moved towards the our starting goal, and we have checked if the element can reach our goal or it can move forward to our goal. Suppose here was initially our goal was here. If the element can reach or can move forward, then shift the goal. This was our simple condition. So now I am going to write the function. Okay, so let's say function name is can jump. Okay, which is going to take a list that is nums, right? So initially what is our goal? Our goal is at the last, so it will be length of nums minus 1. Okay, this is the input that we are getting. Okay, goal is fixed at the last. So let me again write once, so it will be easier for us. So let's write the example 3 2 1 0 4. So what I told you, initially our goal will be here. Now we will need to traverse the entire array. So I am going to use the for loop. So for I in range of, so from where we are going to start the loop? We are going to start from the last second last. So it will be length of nums minus 2. So what is length of num? Length of num is 5 minus 2, it will be 3. So it will start from the third index. So this is 0th index, this is first index, this is second index, this is third index. So we need to start traversing from our array from here, and we are going to write minus 1 because it will run at the value that is greater than minus 1, means it is going to run till 0 and it will reduce 1 count every time. Okay, so suppose if we reached at this position, now what I need to check, whether we need to shift our goal or not. Okay, so we are going to apply the condition. If I plus num of I is greater than equals to goal, if this condition is satisfied, so what we are going to do, we are going to shift our goal to the I. Okay, I will tell you how. So let us take the example, it will be bit easier what I have written in this line. So initially I was here. So what is the value of I? I value is 3. Num of I value is 0. So 3 plus 0 will be 3. So is 3 plus 0 is greater than 4? Because our goal was at the last position and goal value is 4. So is this greater than 3 is greater than 4? No. It means our goal will not be shifted. I told you. It means this if condition is not satisfied, our goal will not be shifted. Okay, goal position is fixed now. Right? So it will come, it will in the for loop, so it will come one step back. Again it will check I. What is the value of I here? I value is 2. Right? 2 plus num of I is 1. Is greater than 4? No, it is not greater than. So again goal will not shifted. It will come to this position. 2 plus num of I, I value is 1, num of I value is 2. Correct? So let us see what is, it is 4. Is it greater than 4? No, it's not greater than 4. It means here also we are not going to shift our. Okay, so again let us come here. Now it is 0 plus 3. Is it greater than 4? So here also our goal is not shifted. Let me check whether can we reach the last point or not. This 3 can jump here or this position or this position. So if you are going to come to 0, there is no use case. Suppose if you jump at this position, so again you will go in the 0. And if you come here, okay, ultimately in this example we are not going to reach our end goal. Now let us take our earlier example, what, 2 3 1 0 4. Okay, 2 3 1 0 4. Now let us go one by one. It is 4. So we started from here. So 0 plus, let me write index 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 0 plus 3 is greater than 4? No, so this if condition is not satisfied. This is second index. Okay, so 2 plus 1 is greater than 4? Not. If we reach here, what is the index? It is 1 and value at index is 4. So 3 plus 4 is greater than equal to 4. So at that time we will shift our goal will be equals to I. So we will shift our goal here. Okay, so if you are going to see the above example, we shifted our goal directly to here. First it was here, then we will shifted our goal here. Now if we reach at this point, so it is 0 plus 1, sorry 0 plus 2, correct? 0 plus 2. Is it greater than goal? What is the value of goal? Goal value is I index. So what is I? It is 1. So 2 is greater than 1. Yes, shift the goal. So now goal value had come on the first index. So goal becomes 0. Okay. So if goal becomes 0, it means what we are going to do? We are going to return the true. Okay. Because loop is over. So for loop is going to be end here. So we are going to write the condition return true if goal equal to 0, else false. Okay, so this was a simple code. First of all, we are going to take a variable goal which will be at last point, and then we will check can we reach to our goal one by one. If we can reach to our goal, then we will reduce our goal. If we cannot reach to our goal, we will check one element back. From that step, can we reach our goal? Then we can move one step more back. Can we reach to our goal? Then we can move one step more back. Can we reach to our goal? We need to ask these questions, and ultimately we are going to reach our goal. It means we can jump from first index to last index. So this is our one approach. I think video length will be a bit lengthy. So we are going to see the valleys approach in our next video. Okay, I am going to take the same examples, so you can check both my videos, and if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. We are going to figure it out. Okay, thank you.